So I've been really excited about the release of Fallout 76, really been looking forward to it. It's been a bit of a roller coaster with my excitement depending on what Bethesda announced next. And I'm again at this point. So they just released some information about the beta, when it starts and how long it runs for. And it's a little bit disappointing, to be honest. So for Xbox One users, they can start on October 23rd, they get a week of a head start. PS4 and PC players joining on October 30th. Which on its own is already not great. The game gets released in November 14, so that's only 2 weeks for PS4 and PC players to really get in there and test things for Bethesda and make sure, they can find as many bugs as possible for the launch and also get them fixed in time, which is a whole different situation. So already not very great, and I'm guessing the majority of players come from the PC side perhaps. I'm not sure, maybe that's just speculation, but I would assume that the PC audience is the bigger one, the one you probably want to get in there as early as possible to test things, considering especially that you have so many different, hardware components. Like each player has a different setup of a PC. With consoles, it's a bit easier because every console is the same hardware, the same software. It's easier to fix things. Bugs usually happen on the same system. But with PC, it's so all over the place. Different hardware, different versions of Windows, different drivers, different everything, that there could be so many different bugs that you wouldn't find on the other platforms and require much more time to even get fixed. So that it's kind of odd that they really start this late. They must be really confident that their game is going to be as bug-free as possible. On top of that, they say on any given day, the game might be up for anywhere between 4 to 8 hours. Focusing on as many players as we can into these windows is our prime objective. Now, I'm not sure what they mean with on any given day. To me, it sounds like within those 2 or 3 weeks of beta runtime, it's possible that we get only to play maybe once a week or twice a week or something. It's not guaranteed that there will be a beta available every single day. And on top of that, when it is available on a day, it's only going to be up for 4 to 8 hours at a time. This sounds more like a stress test. That's what people usually do for a stress test, to see how the servers will hold up and that kind of stuff. It's not so much really for testing maybe. It's really going to be difficult to test anything properly in the game for that amount of time, especially stuff that, that's more late game related. You wouldn't really run into areas or items or perks or something that would only happen, when you're a bit more high level, if you don't have enough time to test these things. And if their objective is to get as many people as possible into these, windows, into these time windows, 4 to 8 hours on any given day seems a bit odd. They really have to announce which day the servers are going to be up for and at what time. And even then, I really don't think that's going to be enough, for a proper stress test. It doesn't sound like it would get you a lot of people into that time frame. A big problem with a lot of online launches or online game launches, and I've been through many as well as a gamer, is that usually the servers have a lot of trouble on launch, which is to be expected, but oftentimes, their excuses or the reason of why things are slow is always we didn't expect that many players to join. Because our stress tests had way less people. It's yeah, of course, they're limited. It's a paid-in beta. You won't get as many people. Now you can make predictions of how many copies you sold, how many people are joined, how many you expect from experience from previous games, that kind of stuff. But considering this is their first online game, it's going to be really difficult, I think, for them to judge a proper amount of people, how many people will join. I can guarantee you on launch day we'll have some, connectivity issues, and probably one of the main reasons is going to be, we didn't expect this many people at once. But yeah, while I'm still excited about the game, still everything looks cool. I mean, they also announced the new in-game intro if you want to watch that. The little intro video that plays when you start a new game. Despite that, I'm still pretty excited about the game. I can't wait to play it, but I just feel a little disappointed in Bethesda for doing this. This is not a great beta, I don't think. This feels more like hey, we need to add something that's slightly enough to make people go and want to pre-order. You know what I mean? It's we didn't plan for beta, but let's offer one so we can give this out as a reason to pre-order. And I know a lot of people are always don't pre-order games, blah 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 blah. Well, that's a whole different story. But if you enjoy a game, if you enjoy a company, if you enjoy a series and you want to be part of that as early as possible, then there's nothing wrong with pre-ordering and giving them the money and supporting them, but I can't help but feel a little bit disappointed. So I just kind of want to know from you guys as well what you think about this. Did you pre-order? Are you a bit sad about the whole timing situation here? Did you get it for Xbox One and are one of the lucky ones who gets to play a week earlier? Let me know. But yeah, I just needed to get this out of my system. So thanks a lot for listening, I guess, and I will see you guys soon. Bye bye.